Is it good to have an earlier finish tonight, or how are you feeling after this win?
I feel good. It's always nice to finish when the sun is still up. I like that. So feel really good about today, and I think I, definitely brought my game up to a better level in the second set. So happy with it.
What did you make of the conditions out there? Not as hot as it has been, but still not ideal either. So what did you make of it?
I mean, it wasn't as hot. Definitely, it was still humid and pretty warm, but it definitely was not as hot, and it was nice to kind of be on a court that wasn't in direct sunlight.
Madison, as you know, Venus and Serena are playing each other tomorrow. When you think about them playing one another, what stands out most in your memory and in your thoughts about that matchup?
I think the biggest thing is that it's always a really great match. And when I think about it, I can't even imagine having to play one of my sisters. So I always imagine how difficult that must be for them.
And what do you look for when you watch both of them in terms of how they play and their body language?
I mean, I think they both treat it as another match. I don't think it's different for them. I think they've played each other a lot, and I think they both go out and they compete their hardest. And I would say that there's not much different from either sister's demeanor.
Just one more thing. What do you think the history of their matchups has meant to the sport?
I think those matches are always legendary, and everyone's always excited to watch them. So as far as matches of, history in tennis, they're forever going to be those matchups.
Madison, you didn't play New Haven this year, and you've played it in the past. Do you have a philosophy about playing or not playing a tournament the week before a major?
I don't. I think if I feel like I need matches and that's something that's lacking, then I'll play the week before. But if I feel good and I, feel like I have enough matches under my belt to feel comfortable going into a slam, then I won't play.
Would it be fair to say that injuries have impacted this season in some way, that you haven't been able to get a lot of traction over the course of the season? I've just noticed a number of abdominal and rib and wrist.
Yeah, I got sick after the Australian, and then I had an injury in Rome, and I mean, it comes with the territory.
But you haven't been able to put together a big run of matches. Cincinnati was pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, I still had good results throughout the year. I obviously would like to have been able to play more matches, but I can't change my body, so.
But it's healthy now.
Yes.
Madison, considering you made the finals last year, and you're kind of here trying to obviously make it that far again, and you're trying to defend your points and maintain your ranking, do you feel any more added pressure this year around?
I feel pressure from your question right there. Jeez. God. How many points do I have coming off him in the finals? I'm trying not to think of it that way, and really just taking it match by match. And it's my first time having to defend a big result like that, so that's something that I'm going to have to deal with every day. And the biggest thing is to not put pressure on myself and think it's a failed tournament if I don't make the finals or win. So for me, it's doing the things that I can do to control the situation and see how things go.
You just answered a question about the Williams sisters, and you said you couldn't imagine having to play any of your sisters in, I guess, a tennis match at least. Is there any sport or activity that raises the competitive level with you or any of your sisters?
My sisters aren't really sports people, so I've been.
Activity outside of sports?
No, we're pretty smart. We don't really do that to ourselves. We would have a lot more fights if we tried to get competitive with each other.
Maddie, Krunic next. You've played her here before. Just what are your thoughts on that one, and what are your memories of that particular match for a few years ago?
Not great.
No.
But I did play her again in Stanford a couple of years later. So, she was a tough opponent at the U.S. Open that year. She played really well, and I feel like then the next time I played her, I figured some things out. So I don't totally remember how either match went as far as game plan, but that's something I'm definitely going to look back at both matches and see what was working and what I need to focus on.
On the right.
When you're training for all these summer tournaments, do you do anything differently to train for the heat and humidity than you would ordinarily? And also, what is your favorite cold beverage?
I live in Orlando, so that pretty much checks dealing with heat. It's pretty miserable there currently, so having to play in that has actually been really great for me and has gotten me used to a lot of the summer conditions. Favorite cold beverage? Evian. Thank you.